Hello everyone, welcome to our video. So in this video we are going to deep dive into the designer clownfish hobby and also trade. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please consider subscribing because we are uploading a lot of useful contents about marine and also some of the exotic pets. So without delay, let's get into the video. So designer clownfish is not any kind of natural clownfish. As they are named, these are designed to be in some of the patterns and also the colorations on them. So designer clownfish tend to have a lot of different kinds of coloration on them, and also some of the major patterns which they can tend to be having their gills, their face area, the fins, and also their upper body and lower body. So talking about their history, that's a long time. So these kind of clownfish are found when early 2000s by ORA. So the ORA is one of the most successful companies to breed clownfishes and also other kinds of marine animals. So clownfishes are selectively bred to be getting a nice and beautiful colorations. For example, you can get some of the natural clownfish from the sea, and some of them tend to have some of the morphs, like you can have some of the common clownfish like the Nemo, which have a full band, but some of them may have some lesser and smaller bands, which are now became a lot of platinum clownfishes. They don't have any orange colorations on them. They tend to breed from these main clownfishes. And if you see, the most affordable clownfish so far is the mocha clownfish, which is a combination or a hybrid between the black ocellaris and also the common ocellaris. The black ocellaris is also known as the Nemo, and also there are a lot of different species of clownfish. The four main species, which is a Clerci, which is more different than the maroon ocellaris and Percula, and then we got our Percula clownfish, which looks literally similar to the ocellaris, but ocellaris is a common clownfish that you can get from your local fish stores. But the ocellaris tend to have one more plus stripe in their dorsal fins, which makes them differ from them. Other than that, we got the ocellaris, and also last but not least, we got maroon clownfish, which is the most aggressive clownfish. Ocellaris is one of the most species of clownfish to have more and more new kinds of strains. Strains means the color morphations that you can get in a fish. So talking about the moths usually used in the reptile hobby, in the geckos. So I'm just referring to it because it refers to the color patterns also. But in freshwater and saltwater, we use the term called a strain. Strain means they have some patterns and also color combinations. So there are a lot of different, I think more than 100 types of strains in this world, and some of them can cost up to $25 in Malaysia. They are sold for, starting price is around 60 ringgit, the mocha, and it's ranging up to thousands and even 10,000s, which are the helmet. And these are, I'm talking about the ocellaris, and the maroon have the, if you see the normal maroon, they tend to have a darker maroon side of the color rate. When they are in the younger forms, they will be bright reddish color, and then they tend to be the more dark when they grow up. But you can get a lot of beautiful designer clownfishes. So for example, the premium golden nugget or the premium lightning. The premium lightning is one of the beautiful that I have ever seen, because it has something like a flower pattern. It's something like a lightning coming to its body with the silverish, and it seems to be so beautiful, and the price of them is pretty much affordable. You can buy that. You can buy a pair of them, which is I think around 160s in my country, but it can differ from your farms and also your country based on your tax. These fishes are mostly imported due to the less breeders in Malaysia, but we have some of breeders which are definitely producing a very beautiful strains of clownfish, but they are not much compared to the ORA, because ORA is doing this job I think more than 20 years now, because they started in the early 20s. Now 2022, it's going to be 2023. So they're doing their job very well. You can get a lot of A++ ORA which are imported in Malaysia, but they are very expensive unless you are a breeder. For me, if I'm having just a grade B, I think a grade B designer clownfish, mine is a frostbite which I had, I bought for my birthday last year, and not this year. I mean, it's going to be new year. That's why I'm referring to last year. And they're just doing good. Designer clownfish are prone to disease. They don't usually get any kind of sick like a marine valuables, egg. I never seen egg in my fish. My whole aquarium was infested by the egg, and also marine velvet by one of my tanks. My blue tank was infected by it, and it tried to infect other fish in the tank. But only the clownfish, especially the designer clownfish, have an immune to the disease. They are just like the goldfish in the freshwater saltwater hobby. And you can see in the freshwater, guppies are known to have a lot of strings in them. In saltwater, the designer clownfish have a lot, and they are not so skittish like the natural rarities. You can add like a harem of them. A harem is a clutch of clownfish which keep in an aquarium. Usually, the aquarium hobbyists keep only one clownfish or one pair of clownfish in one tank because they tend to have a lot of aggression due to their territory. But when you're keeping in them in a group, you might have some aggression issues unless you got some of the different kinds of clownfish like the maroon with the ocellaris. Definitely they won't do together. But I had one with my golden banded maroon with my ocellaris. They were just doing it only for 3 months and then died. That's a very sad story. It's a different story. And other than that, the maroon with maroon they will do fine. The cluckies with cluckies they will do fine, and the cluckies with maroon they will do fine because they both grow to an equal size, which is around my palm size. Now my clownfish is around this size, and they're just doing good. They don't have any sick. They're just eating well. They eat every kind of pellet, frozen food that you give. They're just munching the food. You can see sometimes my fish have a big stomach after eating, and it's been very funny to watch it swimming. And they just do great with anemones like the normal natural rarities. Some of them telling like, hey, my designer clownfish don't like to go inside the anemone, the host anemone, because some of them telling like these are man-made clownfishes, so they don't like going inside anemone like natural ones. That's kind of true in one part, but in another hand, they are actually their parents, their ancestors, all from the wild. So they have the same behaviors like them. They're not a hybrid like the flowerhorn, which they cross a lot of different types of cichlids, so they form a new breed called flower. They're still a clownfish, they just have a different pattern, so they can host. So there are a lot of ways to host making them. So you can put like a pipe and put the clownfish inside, so they actually can go host them. So that's a lot of different way. Also, I will explain that in another video. So in this video, I think I got tell everything about clownfishes and also the design. So I hope that I got give you new information today. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video. Until then, this is Brian from PRAVEEIN'S. Bye bye.